Hello everyone. So today we are doing our 3 planetary consultation video, and today we're going to be covering a conjunction of Moon, Mercury and Venus, and what happens when these 3 planets are conjunct together. And I pretty much know that most of you are thinking, oh well, this is a very simple, easy conjunction to understand. It's this. And you guys are probably thinking it's a very soft conjunction. It's a very, simple, ordinary conjunction. But this is actually a very complex conjunction. It's a very important conjunction. So if you do not know, if you have this conjunction, what degrees they're placed at, because you got to see how far apart these conjunctions are, and all your other planetary placements and other conjunctions. For that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations here. So, Moon, Mercury, and Venus. I mean, the 3 of the smallest planets in the zodiac and in astrology. Or bodies, I should say. Moon is not a planet, but Moon, as you know, represents emotions, mind, our happiness, our warmth, our mother. Moon is also water, the change of the tides. You have Mercury, the messenger. It's the significator of our speech. Mercury represents the logic. Mercury is the communicator, the writer, the counselor, the teacher. Mercury also represents siblings. Then you have Venus. Venus represents our divine love, our ability to love. Venus represents our spouses, male or female, and especially represents a wife for a man. Venus is culture, food, art, celebration, like all the good, luxurious thing in our life, that's Venus. So here you have these 3 very easygoing planets together in your horoscope. What do they do? Well, to really understand this conjunction, you got to understand that Moon and Mercury are very fickle-minded planets. They never decide on things unless they have support of solid planets like Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn or Sun. A mind can go from one direction to the other. A mind can wander one way or the other. Mercury is also a very mutable, changeable planet, because Mercury is a very quick planet. It's closest to the sun. It revolves, around the sun far quicker than any other planet. Mercury also represents the change. Why? Because Mercury rules the morning hora. Like when the sun is rising, it rules those couple of hours of change. Mercury rules the hora of the evening, when sun is about to go from, twilight to sunset. Mercury is the messenger, goes from one place to the other. It's like that Playboy bunny, just goes from one place to the other. Then you have Venus, who's a far more solid planet than these 2, who wants to simply love, who wants to simply, enjoy life, give love, receive love, and be intertwined with this tranquility of love. When you have these 3 conjunct quite closely to each other, a person is extremely indecisive about who they want to love. These are people who will be like, well, I love her, but then I love her too because of this. But then I want to date her as well because of this. And what happens is mind is always running from one person to the other. That solid decision that yes, I love you, this is who I am, and you are the one for me. I don't care, come hell or high water, I will be with you. With Moon and Venus conjunction already, as you know, Moon sucks out the light of Venus. Sucks Venus dry. So what happens is already in this conjunction, a person is wanting for love at all times. Doesn't matter if it's good time, bad time, the partner is depressed, the partner is angry, the partner is going through some emotion, whatever. But these people are like, I want that exact same love that you gave me the first day. And if they don't receive it for long enough, then they start looking elsewhere. Because they just feel like they just need to have that same love at all times. They don't understand that partnership, love, marriage all requires work, but it also has its ups and downs like a tidal wave. And then Mercury. Mercury is this, planet who just likes to flirt. Mercury becomes extremely flirtatious. So with these three very soft planets in this conjunction, actually create more confusion than if, let's say, Venus was with Saturn or Mars or Jupiter or alone. Here Venus is just like irritated, like, my God, can you please decide who I need to be with? But on the other flip side, these guys are extremely creative, extremely imaginative, very good in writing, communication, have a very charming and smooth and soft speech. When you speak to them, they kind of sound like me. They kind of just like put you to sleep. Remember like the Osho video I made? It's kind of like that. They are, curious about information, curious about to know this, to know that. So at a party, there'll be the ones who are always wanting to just know everybody, go in everybody's group, say hi, hello, just become, very sociable. And Moon, as you know, is a very social planet. He likes to be around other planets. Moon likes to be around other planets. This is why in Vedic astrology, they have that Kem Dhrum Dosh. When Moon doesn't have anybody, a person likes being alone. They are by themselves. They sometimes like to be in a group, but then they don't like it. Because Moon is a planet that, Moon and Mercury get influenced very quickly. Like if Mercury is sitting with malefic planets, it'll give malefic results. If it's sitting with benefic planets, it'll give benefic results. Mercury doesn't have his own identity. Moon is the same way. If Moon is supposed to give you good results, just by one tiny aspect or conjunction, Moon's tidal wave can completely go upside down. So this is why Venus here, just in a confusion state until at least the age of 30, 32, when imagine like the jelly of Moon and Mercury starts to become a little bit hard. Becomes harder. And that's when, after enough experience, enough turmoil, this person understand, okay, well, maybe I should, understand this and that. And especially in your 30s, your Namansha also takes over. So that also brings changes. But here, these people make great salesmen, make great artists, and great nurses. They're the one who are able to just interact with people and to give that, that first date love to everybody they meet, because they're looking for that constantly. Subconsciously, they're looking for that. They're like, let me give love to you right now so I can receive some. And especially, in certain positions like 12th house, 1st house, 3rd house, 5th house, 10th house. These are some of the positions for them to really, express themselves creatively, artistically. And most of the time I've seen it, actually plenty of times when people had this conjunction, were pursuing something more creative. Like even if they were in not doing, if they weren't artists, they were in marketing. Marketing is art. Marketing is an art. You gotta use your creative thinking to attract a customer to get your product. So these guys are very good in these things. It's just that they're very lovable. They're very charming. They love romance. The ideal romance is like that Hollywood, Bollywood like romance. But just remember, it's just that the decision making, when you see a girl, that's it. Like when I saw my wife, when I stepped into her apartment, the first date, I was picking her up. And I saw her, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna marry this girl. I just knew it. First day I knew it. And it's like she knew it too. Yeah, I'm gonna marry this guy. That's how solid you have to be in your ability to make that decision. Okay. So guys, this was my analysis of Moon, Mercury, and Venus conjunction. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you don't know what conjunctions you have, all my reports, books, consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with something new. Bye-bye.